Greetings, this is Charles McCall with Mentoring Growing Leaders. And I just came back from a print shop to get some work done, and the owner wasn't there. And so this is the third time I've gone working on a particular project, some documents. I chose his place of business out of many others because it was clean, seemed to be organized. And so I went in and he printed something for me, and it was good, it was timely, it was good. I had a couple more items I wanted him to work on. Second time I went back, he wasn't there. Today, I just went there, he wasn't there as well. The second time, his wife was there, but she didn't know how to do anything. This time, there was a young man there. He didn't know how to do anything at all. He didn't know where the owner and his wife were. He didn't know what time they were coming back. He didn't know where my job was. And he didn't even know how to take my flash and put my next document onto the computer. And so, there's a lesson to be learned here. Several years ago, I read a book by Michael E. Gerber, and it's called The EMyth Revisited, The Entrepreneurial Myth Revisited. And it's a story. The whole book, except for the last couple chapters, is a story. It's about a woman who makes cakes. And she makes great cakes, and so her friends persuade her to open up a cake shop. She did not want to open up a cake shop. She just wants to make cakes. They said, no, you need to get these out to the community. So she opened up a cake shop. Well, little did she know that she had to become the owner and the manager, the financer. She was in early morning, late at night, doing the cleanup, making the cakes, and doing all of the work, morning, noon, and night herself, and she was exhausted. And she finally said, this is not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to make cakes. And so during the course of the story, she gets an advisor, she gets a mentor, and she begins to learn that there are three different kinds of people that she needs to consider. And she needs to consider which one is she, which one is her mission. There's the worker. The worker is the one who makes the cakes. They're the one who watches the photocopy machines and makes the copies. They're the one who sweeps. They're the one who cooks. They do the work. And there's tens of millions of those people that are absolutely needed and valuable in our societies. But the next level, the next calling, the next mission is that of a manager. And so a manager doesn't do all of the work. He or she may do part of the work, but the manager oversees the work and makes sure that it's flowing. And then there's the leader. And the leader is the visionary that doesn't want to open up just one cake shop, but wants to open up multiple cake shops. And in my case, I'm not content with just opening one branch of what I'm doing. I want branches all over the country. I want to fill the country with the great things that we're doing. And so the lesson from this print shop manager, he's probably a worker, and he might be on a low-level end of a manager, and I really do, if I can ever catch him at his place of work, I'm going to sit down, see if I can buy him a cup of coffee or something, and share with them that there's some changes that he must make to go to the next level. This is true if you're a pastor. This is key. If you're a pastor, if you're an organizational leader, if you're a small business like this guy, or even a medium-sized business, or if you're a school, there's some critical things that are true across the board to rise to the next level. You can be small and you can limp along, or you can implement some basic changes, gain some specific skills, and rise to the new level. And be able to make your products, whether it's people or things or services, available to so many more people, and probably gain a better income from it as well. So the first thing I'm going to tell this young man, you have to train someone else to do what you can do. This is fundamental for growth in any area, whether it's a church, a school, a department, a children's department, whether it's a group of servers in a restaurant, or whether it's a planning team, or whatever it may be, a team of workers who have a project, whatever they're doing in an organization, is that you cannot do it alone. I'll push this until I'm no longer on this earth, is that you must train others to do what you can do. And this might surprise you. There might be some who can do it better than what you can do. And so we have to have this mindset of multiplying leaders. We must multiply helpers, managers, and leaders in order for your church to go to the next level, in order for your business, your organization, your school, or even your government office to go to the next level. You must, young man, You must train someone. Start slow. Teach them the basics. This is what you do. You write down everything that you know how to do. You write down everything that needs to be done. And so how do you receive a customer? And how do you take the job? And how do you give a quote? And maybe they're not able to give a quote, and so how do you communicate? Where do you put the work that they've given you to do? Follow up. And so you make a list. These are all the things that I do, whether you're in a Sunday school teacher, or you're in oversee a department, or you're overseeing a particular mission or project in an organization or school, computer department. You need to make a list. These are the things that need to get done. This is how we do it in order for our department, in order for our section to have success. And the next thing I'm going to tell him is you must create systems. This is key. Now, I've been a pastor, a church planner, so that's been the field that I've focused on for many years. And so you must create systems in the church. But he must create systems in his business. What do you do when a customer comes in? You don't say, I don't know, because I'll tell you, if I go down there again and he's not there, I will go find another printer. And so how do you greet a customer? How do you take their job? Where do you put their job? Again, 2 times I went in looking for the items that he printed for me, and I'm the one, his wife didn't know, his worker didn't know, I'm the one who had to walk around his office to try to find my items. A place for everything and everything in its place. And so you have a place for jobs that come in, and you have a place for jobs that are finished. And you have a worksheet, by the way. There was no worksheet. Mine was just a small job. Maybe you have something for larger jobs, but you have a worksheet on the person's name, their phone number, and that leads me to the next point I'm going to tell him. You need to call customer. When their job is done, you need to call him. Not you. You have your wife call him, or you have one of your workers. You train one of your workers. He had at least 3 young guys working there with him one of the times I was in. You train one of them. You trust them. Oh, they can't do it. They can't talk. Teach them how to do it. Equip them. Train them how to do it. Don't just leave them at the lowest level, because your business will never grow larger than the lowest person, the lowest skilled person in your business. And so you should call your customer when you're finished. You don't have to do it. Train somebody else to do it. And tell your assistant where you're going. Again, very simple. Just put a little board up. Don't tell them. Here's the other thing. Don't tell anybody anything and expect them to remember it. They'll forget. Human nature. You have a little whiteboard up. You can buy them for $5. You put it up. Gone to such and such place. Be back at this time. Here's my phone number if you need me. Very simple. And here's the other thing I'm going to tell him is that give your name card to every customer that comes in. And whenever you send a job out that you've finished, send your name card and ask them, if you're pleased with my services, will you recommend me to your friends? Ask for referrals. And the same thing with the billing, that you get the billing proper. There's a receipt there. And again, mine was just a small job, so he might have it done for larger customers. But here's the key. There's the worker, there's the manager, and there's the leader. In order for your church, your department in the church, your school, your organization, your business, sub-departments in your school, sub-departments in your organization, business, and church, or government institution, to go to the next level, you need to train others to do what you can do. Otherwise, your business will die. If you're sick, if you're out for some reason, if you die, it's finished. It's all gone. And so you need to train others to do what you can do, and you need to create systems. This is how it's done, and you train them from one generation to another generation. Now, I have a series, and it's called Leadership 101, and one of the first videos talks about creating a leadership pipeline. And so I recommend that you go to YouTube, Mentoring Growing Leaders, look under playlists, and by the way, if you like this video or any other ones, be sure and click the like button and subscribe to my channel. And click the bell button if you want to know the next time that I'm going to be putting a video up. Thank you very much. Charles McCall, Mentoring Growing Leaders.